Bran likes Kambi, but everyone knows that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is TheSparrowsJourney, and today I'm going to show you a deck on Gwent called Bran likes Kambi. As the name says, and as every other deck that I make, it's about Bran and it's about Kambi. This means basically that Bran is the leader of this deck, and Kambi is one of the key essential cards for this deck to work. As you can see, overall, it uses what I think is essential for the Skellige faction to function nowadays on Gwent, which is a discarding deck. It's a hybrid between discarding cards. You can see over here Ermion, you can see over here Skellige, you can even see over here Alderic, or finally you can see over here Bran. This deck costs 4,700 scrap. That's a lot, but it works. If you don't know, King Bran, and you can read over there, is a card that discards 2 cards, but it also adds 2 strength to them. He allows you to pick 1 card from your deck, and that's a very, very valuable thing that you have with King Bran. And I'll explain why. One of the key cards for this deck is Kambi. Kambi is not an easy card to use. It's not an easy card to find a situation for it. Kambi is a card when put on the board, it is disloyal. So you put it on the enemy's board side. And whenever you do that, what happens is, after 3 turns, it spawns this guy called Emdal. Emdal will destroy every single card on the board, ones that are not golden. If it is not a golden card, if it is silver or bronze, it will get destroyed by Emdal. You need to be aware at all times that you are giving to your opponent's side 12 points. So why do you really want to do this? You want to do this normally on the 3rd round with another key essential card that is also golden called Hjalmar. Hjalmar, when put on the board, it's a melee card with 10 strength, but what happens is he spawns Lord Undvik, and Lord Undvik, when destroyed, adds 10 strength to Hjalmar. Now, you also need to be aware that Hjalmar will get buffed. You will not get those 10 strength added to the base strength. It's a buff. So you want to play Hjalmar whenever Kambi has only 1 turn left on its countdown. And what happens is everything will be destroyed eventually from the board, and your enemy, your opponent, gets 12 strength, sure, but you get 20. So that's all units from the opponent's gone. Hopefully he played most of his units already. I have Thunder over here only because of one thing, so that I can destroy Lord Undvik eventually if I don't get Kambi for some reason, and I have Hjalmar on my hands. You need to be aware that Undvik is immune to Frost, so it's not like you can play Frost or you're playing against monsters and if you use this it will get down to 1 strength. No, it's immune to Frost, so you need to be careful about that. And I use Thunder on Undvik, which will give Hjalmar 10 strength and in the end give me those 20 strength. This is one of the reasons why King Bran works so well with Kambi and Hjalmar, because whenever you have one and not the other, you can use King Bran and go and get it. I have 2 Skirmishers. I play a hybrid discard deck, so Skirmishers is 1 card that is going to benefit from going to the graveyard. For each revive, they will get 4 strength. No matter how many revives they get, they always get 4 strength. The Skirmisher is a very good card to play on the 3rd round as well and get destroyed by Kambi. You don't care that Skirmisher gets destroyed, because when you bring it back you will get buffed by 4, and it's buffed on its base strength. It's not a buff, which is great. I always play with Raiders. Raiders are some good cards together with the Skirmishers to be used with King Bran as well. To be used as in they will be discarded, because they will get 2 points. Whenever you discard something with King Bran, they will get 2 points. So normally I play King Bran and I discard Skirmishers, I discard Raiders, because they will be put on the board, and it will be put on the board with 2 more strength. But normally you want to use it with Skirmishers, because Skirmishers is something that most likely you will want to res. You want to have Ermion for sure, and you want to also have, let's put this out of the way already. Ermion, if you don't know, draws 2 cards and discards 2 cards. So it's a very good card to have, not only because this is a discard deck, of course, but you can also discard Raiders and Skirmishers. And you also want to have Bran. Berna changed with the patch. I didn't like her much. Also, Ermion went down in strength, but that's not a huge problem. Berna, however, is much better now, in my opinion. It's a good card to stall the game on the second round if you won the first one. It's a good card to play with, and let's get to it with the synergies over here. You want to play it when you have, for instance, long ships on the board, and I have 2 of them. Together with these 2, I have also pirate captains, which also benefit from discarding actions. This is why this is a hybrid between discarding and using Kambi and Hjalmar. While the longships do 2 strength damage to the opposite's team whenever a card gets discarded, the pirate, however, gets 2 strength as a buff whenever you do that same action. And the pirate is immune to fog, which is absolutely amazing. I use the pirates. And what the pirates do, they discard 2 of their same cards whenever you play 1 of them. So, as a starting hand, you always want to have something like a longship, a pirate eventually, and 1 of these pirates. Let's call these captains. You want to always have 1 captain, and you want to always have a pirate. A pirate is essential to have on the first round on your hand, so that you can shrink your deck to the cards that you need, because when you play 1, the other 2 will end up on the graveyard, and they will not be pulled up to your hand on the second round, or on the third, or when you use things like Ermion. So what you want to do, normally what I do to start out the game with, I use a pirate, a captain pirate, and I use a pirate. And that will be on itself 7 strength, plus 6 strength on the board already. And that's pretty good. Last Wish is another discarding card which will add to the synergy between this longship and the pirate captain. It allows you to also have the cards that you need on your hands. And it also allows you to discard cards that you don't need or you want to get rid of, such as the Raiders or the Skirmishers. I would say it's not a hugely important card on your hands. You could go with stuff like the Dimitrian Bomb or a weather card. Alderic is a card that steals 1 card from your opponent's graveyard. This is a card that you want to have earlier in the game. If you play this card on the 3rd round, chances are your opponent will have a lot of cards on your graveyard, and the more cards he has on the graveyard, the more random the chances will be for you to get a specific card. You want to try and use this card when your opponent only has like 2 or 3 cards on your graveyard, on their graveyard that is, so that you can steal the one that you exactly want. Svaringa is a good part of every discard deck on Skellige because, once again, it draws 1 card and it discards 1 card. And the cool thing about him is that you can pair him, it's a good combo, between him and Sig. This allows you to res Svaringa because Svaringa is a discard card that is silver. So, for instance, if you use Svaringa on the last round and you have Sig now, you can use Sig to res Svaringa and pull another discard and have 1 more card on your hands that you only had on your deck. Restoration allows you to res Sig, which in turn, if there's a chance for that, allows you to res Svaringa. So it's a good triple combo to do this, but Restoration can be used to several other stuff, but as a resurrecting card, it's one that I like to have. You always want to keep Restoration on your hand when you play Sig. So you want to play Sig first. If eventually your opponent kills it, and sometimes they do, you want to play Restoration after that. So Restoration should always be the last resurrecting card that you play. It's not like this deck depends hugely on resing. It doesn't. I only have 2 skirmishers, but having a lot of priestesses is always something that will benefit you. As you might have noticed, we are on 25 cards, but I don't stop there. The reason why I don't stop there is because I'm using King Bran, and King Bran allows me to pick whatever card I want from my deck. King Bran actually adapts to every single situation that you might face. So that's why I also have Lacerate. I have First Light almost in every single one of my decks nowadays, because First Light now has the rally effect on it option. So whenever I don't want to use Clear Skies, rally can always be useful. I use Decoy. Decoy is another one of those cards that I have in almost all of my decks, no matter what faction, no matter what tactic. Decoy allows me to use Sig twice. It allows me to use Svaringa twice. It allows me to a certain extent to use a Priestess of Freya again. When you use King Bran, you go into a card disadvantage. You are switching 2 cards for 1 card of your choosing. So having Decoy over here can be really important to compensate for that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Happy Gwenting. I hope you have fun with this deck or any other deck that you choose. Let me know your feelings, let me know your thoughts, and I will eventually check them out and who knows, update this deck to its better performance. My name has been TheSparrowsJourney. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good day, and don't forget to check the game that is coming after this this introduction of the deck. A guy using the monsters deck with weather called Geralt. Get out of here. We all know Geralt is not a monsters player. We know that, right? Alright, so I'll replace a longship. Pirate captain would be awesome. But I guess we'll roll out with that. I'm just bummed that Burna doesn't trigger the effect of longships or pirate captains. That is certainly a bug. It can only be a bug.
Older Blackhand's taking on new swabbies. What do you say?
And a tie. Great. Of course he's gonna pass.
Let's not get in the way of my axe.
We'll play that. And I cannot decoy anything, which is a shame. We got the win though, and we can stall on the second round. Okay. Let's go and pick Kambi before Burna pulls it up, and I have to discard it eventually. I have to replace something over here. I'm gonna replace the pirate captain and something else.
Sit at my table.
I have no idea what. Probably... Well, my choices are really tight. I'm gonna go with Thunder, I suppose. Yeah. Let's replace that. And I'm gonna get Kambi. I should get Ermion. I should really get Ermion instead. Because Ermion might bring Kambi up. But I don't want to risk it. If you have Hjalmar, you really want to have Kambi as well. So now we can stall some more by doing this.
We shall do it my way.
I'll take that.
Just standing here.
And I'll steal whatever from him. We can stall the game some more. I don't need to use this, but I could. Yeah, why not? Goodbye. Okay, we'll do this.
God won't be pleased.
So let's do that. Oh, Ermion, nice. So we'll replace this. And First Light, I suppose. Yeah. And we'll pass now. How come can you put some on his side, like spies, how that works? What do you mean you can put some on his side? Yeah, they are disloyal cards. They are called disloyal, which means whenever you play them, they will be played on their side, not on yours. And they will have some kind of effect.
Damn it.
Okay, let's play Ermion.
Ugh, gods protect us.
Nice. Perfect. We'll replace this guy and this one.
That's it. Good.
This game is going really, really well. Now let's have him spend all his cards and then we'll spend Kambi. We're gonna lose these cards too, but that's not a big deal. Now we can do this.
May Modern Freya watch us and keep us.
We can do this.
Modern Freya is patient, but she
It's a
brooks
perfect
no
situation is to have some card to resurrect and having these guys on the graveyard, because you're gonna res them now and they're gonna die to Kambi. But if you have a resurrecting card after Kambi, then those guys will be high as hell in terms of level. So now I'll play Kambi. That though, Geralt over there will be hard to counter.
I hate portals.
Okay, I'm happy that's not Sig, because I plan to decoy her. This is absolutely perfect. I have 2 reses after using Kambi, which is amazing. Now we'll play finally Hjalmar.
Who wants to taste Skellige steel? The time has come.
Okay, he's still in the lead, but now with those 2 cards, please don't choose Frost. If he chooses Frost, we might be in trouble. Okay, cool. That gives us the win, pretty much.
May Modern Freya watch us and keep us. Modern Freya
Even
is
if he
patient,
picked Frost, I
but she
think we would
brooks no
still win.
insult.
Because we have some good other units over here. He didn't let me get my moment of glory. So for that, sir, I say no GG. I don't like people that take away my moment of glory. I mean, one thing is if your opponent keeps playing cards after he gets the win. Another thing completely is I was still not in the lead, so anyway, GG Geralt, because you gave me GG, I'll give you GG too.